Good evening. I am pleased to bring you the very first set of Season 4 AOE League's 2v2 tournament. We've got a Division B set here between Team Plateau, the 2 seed in Division B, up against Noobs for Life, the 5 seed in Division B. So there are 7 teams in Division B. So the 1 seed, I think, matched up with the 3 seed, 2v5, 3v6, and the 7 seed will get a bye. So let's take a quick look at the Civ Draft here for these two teams. So game 1, of course, on Arabia. And then the map that was picked as the home map for the two players, I believe Noobs for Life selected Team Islands, and Team Plateau selected African Clearing. So with that in mind, let's look at these civs. So Team Plateau here, Vietnamese, Ethiopians, Sicilians, Portuguese, Italians. So this has got to be what they're thinking for Team Islands, possibly Vikings as well. So those are 3, it's like S tier civs on islands. I'm guessing Sicilians for African Clearing and probably Vietnamese as well. So it's really nice on African Clearing to be able to see where your opponent's TCs are right off the rip. That way you know whether it's going to make more sense to go for a fast castle or for feudal pressure. And then we're probably looking at Ethiopians, Lithuanians for Arabia, maybe Lithuanians, Vikings. And you can see here, Team Plateau banned Britons. They don't want to face Britons on Arabia. All right, on the other side, Noobs for Life, Franks, Mayans. That's got to be Arabia, right? Berbers, Japanese, Malay, Spanish, Khmer. So Spanish, that's definitely for African Clearing. Berbers as well, I would guess. And then, I guess Japanese, Malay for islands. Malay has definitely got to be for islands. Japanese is probably the other one. And then Indians is the ban. That's certainly because of African Clearing. Indians are probably the best civ on African Clearing with the shore fishing bonus. A lot of shore fish together on that map. And Noobs for Life did not want to face up against that. So I got to say, you get pretty comparable civs on Arabia. Franks, Mayans up against Ethiopians. Maybe a slight edge for Franks, Mayans. But Team Islands, I think I much prefer Plateau's civs here unless there's something special up Noob for Life's sleeves. And then, to be honest, I'm not sure who to give the edge to in the draft for African Clearing. Spanish Berbers, that's going to make for a crazy power surge in early Castle Age. But Sicilians, those fast building castles, the ability to boom really quickly, and Vietnamese with the ability to know where your opponent's town centers are. Those have advantages all their own. So, not obvious that one of these teams has a drastically better draft than the other. In any case, let's get over to the games. Let me switch over here. All right, here we go. Game 1 on Arabia. Okay, so Team Plateau in the green and blue. We've got Cryptic Sai here playing as the Lithuanians. And his teammate here playing as the Ethiopians, Bengute. Hopefully I am pronouncing that right. All right, so those are the civs we were expecting for Arabia. Looks like that Vikings pick might be the leftover, or perhaps it is there's a plan for islands. In any case, they're up against Noobs for Life here in the red and yellow. We've got Skritshell playing as the Franks in the red. So he'll be matched up against the Archer player, and High Flyer as the Mayans, and he'll be matched up against the Lithuanians player. So, obviously the Lithuanians known for their ability to go up really, really quickly, get, an 18 pop scouts out, 19 pop scouts out. So the Mayans player will be aware of that, and, very well may see High Flyer here with some small walls. Let's take a look at the maps here. Woodlines are pretty small. And there is a lot of terrain. So, yeah, that's a pretty small wood line. Berries are forward. This gold is not really forward, not really back, but it is underneath a really large hill. Though High Flyer is not matched up against an archer player, so we'll probably be okay. Not the easiest map to wall. So yeah, we may see the players play this open or really take their time walling. Let's look over at our Lithuanian players map. Nice, safe backhold. You're really going to like that when you're up against archer player. Relatively safe berries there as well. And honestly, this map's pretty wallable. Yeah, I think in comparison to yellows, I like green's map. All right, over here, looking at the Ethiopians player, Ben Goot in the blue. Safe back gold, safe back berries. Yeah, that's pretty nice as well. Quite open up in this area, but you can maybe wall to the TC here, wall out front of the berries, and then wall down to the edge of the map there. Pretty decent map here. All right, and then our Franks player here, Scrit Shell, forward gold, right underneath a large hill. Ugh, that'd make me a little nervous when I'm up against Ethiopians. Same thing with the berries; those are at the base of a hill. All right. Real quickly, maybe worth noting the elos for these players. All four of these players have a 1v1 elo in the mid to high 1600s, or I think in maybe Bengute's case. Let me take a quick look here. No, Cryptic Sai. Cryptic Sai is high as 1760. But the average elo, or the difference in entry rating for the two teams, I think is about 30 points in favor of Plateau. So roughly even elos for the teams.
Ow.
All right, Scritchell trying to get in on that Vill. It's an unloomed villager, but Bengute's scout is there to resist the attack. All right. So any sign of men-at-arms or a drush from our two archer players? I don't see it. And, ooh, look at this. Our Lithuanians player already on the way up, going for that 18 pop, scouts up. And, yeah, let's see. High Flyer is going to start attempting to wall here. That is going to take quite some time. So scouts will undoubtedly be in before that is completed. And, yeah, not looking like men-at-arms here for High Flyer. Looking like straight archers. And what do we got going on here for our Ethiopians player? That's a very late mill. Why is that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Bengute wanted to push in deer, so put his villagers towards that. And here is the Franks player already working on some pretty ambitious walls of his own. And he's going up for 20 pop up. We've got a 22 pop up for our Mayans player. And look at this, our Ethiopians, our Lith player already hitting feudal age. Here we go. Yeah, and even managing to get part of that map walled. Has enough wood for the stable. Let's see when he's able to afford double bit axe. Yep, double bit axe is in. All right, so we must have had some idle time for Blue. Blue's going up at 22 villagers as well. But he's about 20... Yeah, about 20 seconds behind his counterpart. Nice job by Cryptic Side getting the hill there. And yeah, he's just trying to hold these walls open. But there's plenty of open space here.
Shot it.
Alright, loses the scout. Eagle survives with 1 HP. Gotta like that. And he's going to go into the TC here to heal up. Alright. So 1 scout already down. Cryptic Sai has his 2nd scout on the move. Horse Collar coming in for him as well. Alright, Frank's player. Frank's stable is up. And... yeah, I mean, this is a lot of walling for High Flyer, but he might get these walls up before there's a really significant scout rush. Let's see. 1 scout here, 2nd on the way. got to think he's going to want to produce a spear here at some point. No spears on the menu yet. This village is trapped in a prison of her own making. And yeah, 2 scouts are here already. Alright, double range. 2 ranges are down. And yep, here comes a spear, here comes an archer. Over here for our Ethiopians player. Not even a single range down yet. So High Flyer has a significant timing lead over the archer player on the other side. But he is under pressure. He's got scouts in his face. 2 are in his base, a 3rd on the way. We also have, yeah, okay. So scouts from Skritshell are not going to go attack Bangute. They're instead going to come here to try to help relieve some of this pressure. There's a spear for High Flyer, and look, he is free from his prison. Oh, and High Flyer wasn't on gold. I did not realize that. So that puts a massive cramp in his archer production. And yeah, look at that. Bangute already ahead in the archer production. So I don't know if that was because of the scout pressure or that was just a mistake on High Flyer's part, but that is actually a pretty, I think going to be a pretty crucial mistake. All right, so High Flyer will be full walled here pretty soon. And yeah, right now we wait. That is a lot of scouts here for Cryptic Sai. And Fletching coming in for his teammates. So I think we're going to see a push here with these 2 players together. Cryptic Sai getting a nice jump there on Skritshell's scouts. Skritshell reacts pretty quickly. 6 scouts to 3. 7 scouts now on the field for Cryptic Sai. 8 on the field. 1 more in the queue. Let's see if this scout can block a little bit. Yep, nice. Get some extra damage there on Skritshell. Yeah. All right. Here come archers for High Flyer. Fletching on the way. But look at this. 8 archers from Bangute on their way. So let's see if these armies can link up. I think that's going to be crucial here. Uh-oh. Oh, a little lag there in the replay. And yeah, so over here, though, Noobs for Life, they've got their armies together. Ooh, and armor. Yeah, what is going on here? Getting a lot of little lurches there in the replay. Hopefully that goes away. All right. Yeah, I'm going to pause this just for a second. Try to see if I've got some other stuff running. All right. Let's resume here. So, military advantage here for Team Plateau. And, you know, I should actually, let's fix this up. So we've got Plateau. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. Up against Noobs for Life. All right. And let's roll. All right. 12 scouts out for green, 8 scouts out for red, and the armies are passing each other like ships in the night. All right, here comes Noobs for Life heading for the Lithuanians base. Wide open here, so they could do some significant damage. But, ooh, the scout spotted this army, so Noobs for Life are actually going to come back now. And knocking at their door, Team Plateau. They've got a big army here. 29 army on the field of 22. All right. And we've got ourselves an engagement. Hill bonus there for Cryptic Sai. Cryptic Sai with no upgrades on these scouts. Meanwhile, our Franks player here +1 armor plus the free bloodlines. But I think this numbers advantage and the hill bonus is probably going to carry the day for Plateau. Yeah, the two teams doing the dance. And, ooh, look at this. Our Lithuanians player already on the way up to Castle Age. And, yeah, continuing to pick off a few stragglers here and there for Skritshell. But there's enough of a military presence here. They should be able to defend. And, yeah. I think Bengute wants to preserve his archer numbers. They want to take a fight on a hill. So they are going to pull back a little bit here to wait for Bengute's reinforcements. And that's a lot of reinforcements. 21 archers in this bunch up against 15. Alright, second stable coming down. Castle Age on the way for all of our other players. So yellow will be the first archer player to Castle Age, but green will be the first cav player to Castle Age. Yeah, great numbers here, though, for Bengute. Doesn't have the armor. Yeah, neither archer player has the armor. Just fletching at the moment. Armor on the way here for High Flyer. All right, we're going to have an engagement here. Still waiting on some upgrades. The armor is in here for green, and they're going to take the fight. They're going to take the fight. Even though they're below on the hill. And yeah, High Flyer's not even going to engage. He's just falling back. He wants to keep these numbers alive. He knows how close he is to Castle Age. He wants Expo. And yeah, these scouts are just going to try to buy time, but can he get the Expo upgrade before he loses these archers? I don't know. All right, Bodkin on the way. The Expo upgrade not on the way yet. He's doing a great job buying time. And yeah, Bengute is actually going to fall back as well. All right, so yeah, doesn't really feel like either team really got a significant advantage there. All right, Expo upgrade on the way. Bengute's got to be careful. He could get these archers trapped here. He's going to be up against an opponent with superior tech. And yeah, Bengute is going to lose a lot here. This is disastrous. This is really disastrous. And his reinforcements are getting picked off here by knights. So, a really bad fight for Team Plateau. All right, let's see what Cryptic Sai's up to here. Adding a second town center. And still sticking out two stables. Okay. And we're going 3 TC here for the Franks player. So, yeah, both cav players prioritizing economy here. Ballistics already on the way for High Flyer. And he's got 12 Expo left over from that engagement. 25 military on the field versus 13. So Noobs for life here have a chance to get some significant damage in. Let's see what they can, let's see what they can make of this military advantage. It might going to be difficult to break in the front here. This TC is protecting the gate. And the ranges are close enough to the TC that the TC can cover them. But could certainly break in here. Alright, yeah, and they are camping the production buildings for Bengute. So Bengute's got to be careful here, especially since his opponent has ballistics. But he's added a third range in. And, Thumb Ring on the way as well. Ethiopians with Thumb Ring fire ridiculously fast. Oh, yeah, a lot of losses here, though, for Bengute. The hill advantage as well for High Flyer. So, yeah, continues to be a pretty sizable military advantage for Noobs for life. And identical Vil numbers for the two teams. All right. So yeah, Bengute breaking a wall so his knights, his friend's knights can link up with him. And a third TC coming down here as well for Cryptic Sai. Yeah, nice looking ecos there for both of our cav players. And High Flyer remains on one town center. Wants to continue to press the action here. Yeah, he's got 26 archers on the field versus 16 here for Bengute. But look at this. They're moving out.
Shot it.
All right, yeah, he's got reinforcements. They are heading now for the Lithuanians player. But Cryptic Sai Bengute, they can sense it. They know it's coming, and they're going to move their military that way. What about the knight numbers? Identical knight numbers on the field right now for these players. +2/+2 for Cryptic Sai, +1/+2 for Scritch Shell. And yeah, looking to get the surround. This fight's hard to call. One monk in the mix. Hill advantage here for Bengute. He's got ballistics as well. And Thumb Ring and the faster firing Ethiopians Expo. But High Flyer is going to get a hill advantage of his own. Yeah, this looks pretty even so far. Yeah, you got a slight advantage here for Plateau. They're going to clean this. Suddenly, they take the military lead for the first time since Feudal Age. Yeah, all right. A really, really nice fight there for Team Plateau. Yeah, not exactly. I mean, Cryptic had slight knight numbers, but High Flyer had significant archer numbers. So I wonder if it was just that the difference of that +1 attack plus the Ethiopian fire rate. In any case, a very nice fight for them. High Flyer is now finally going to add that second town center. And, yeah, second town center already for Bengute as well. So, this game is still so close, though. Look at this. Villager numbers are basically identical. Military numbers, very, very close, 41-48. This is a deadlock here. All right, players both playing a bit defensively here. And let's see what the action looks like. It is starting to head over to High Flyer's base. He's been safe since Feudal Age. But look at this. The Knights are coming in. And they might actually be able to deny this town center. It is going to be close. It's going to be very close. Oh, all right. High Flyer gets it up just in the nick of time. Yeah, he's going to try to drop that, but that is not going to happen. There are 32 Expo here. And look at this, a fast imp build for High Flyer. So really, really important for High Flyer that he keeps these numbers alive. Yeah, going to Imperial Age. Yeah, hoping to count on, and here we go, glitching a little bit again. I'm going to pause briefly. Not sure what's happening. I don't know if that's something with the replay or something with my PC. But yeah, let's think about the situation here real quick. So basically identical Vil numbers, basically identical military numbers. Oh, an imp on the way for Bengute as well. So yeah, they are counting on that tech advantage. Getting them a foothold that they can snowball a win from. Because so far, this game is basically a deadlock. All right, let's unpause. All right, where are Bengute's archers? All right, so he's playing defensive. Yeah, same thing. He doesn't want to lose those before he gets up to Imperial Age. But that does leave Cryptic Sai pretty exposed here. These guys are going to be Arbalists in a little over a minute. 40 archers on the field for both players. 20 knights on the field for both Cav players. Yeah, this is just as close as it gets. And the Vil numbers continue to be just nearly identical. Slightly better eco for Bengute than High Flyer, but a slightly better eco for Scritch Shell over Cryptic Sai. Alright, Cryptic Sai, yep, moving forward, trying to keep an eye on where his opponent's military is. Yeah, and they are just waiting here for that Arbalist upgrade. There's Imperial Age. Here comes Bracer. And yeah, how does Bengute react to this? He's actually added a third town center. He's got a very nice economy. So I think long term, if they can survive this push, Plateau's going to be in a bit better position. Bengute's eco is just going to be stronger than his Mayan opponents. But here we are. Arbalist 10 seconds away. Bracer is in. And yeah, how does Cryptic Sigh defend against this? This is about to get really, really dangerous for him. 89 fills. Scritch Shell's eco is rocking. He's at 102. And yeah, Bengute, man, that Arbalist upgrade cannot come soon enough. 30 seconds away. And they're actually prioritizing production buildings here. All right, here we go. Identical tech now, but remember, Ethiopians fire faster. All right, they're going. Cryptic Sigh, he's diving. Hill bonus here for Noobs for life. Oh my gosh, this is so even. Ethiopians firing so fast, but the Mayans with the hill bonus. Almost all the cav has been cleared. And yeah, basically just archer units left at this point. But it looks like the numbers are in favor, way in favor of Bengute. Once again, another fight where it looked like Noobs for Life might have the advantage, and Team Plateau coming out way on top. And now look at this. 65 Arbalists on the field for Bengute, up against 18 for High Flyer, and the better eco for our Ethiopians player. And now, suddenly Plateau has the lead in this game. I like their position. I mean, this is scary. Franks with 115 vills, 2 minutes from Imp. If they can stay alive and get to Paladin, I think that's going to be Noob for Life's best chance in this game. But right now, High Flyer he's in a lot of danger here. I think Bengute, yeah, needs to press the action, and I think you go for the Cav player. Like, that's the way you lose this game right now, is by letting your opponent get to Paladin. But no, actually, he's going to press the action here on High Flyer. And yeah, High Flyer's going to lose his army once again. Yeah, that hill bonus for Mayans is just... I mean, this is the case where Bengute has a bigger army, but he's also got Ethiopians. And that Ethiopian fire rate just basically negates that hill bonus. Alright, but time... I mean, Frank's player's almost to Imp. You can get that Chivalry upgrade before researching Cavalier and Paladin. Alright, but... yeah, how is Cryptic Sigh looking behind all this? He's at 12 knights, halfway to Imp, 110 villagers. Those eco's really not that far behind the Cav player. And what about relics? What are we looking at for relics here for our Lithuanians player? Does he have a monastery? He does. Yeah, 3 relics. All right, so that's another really significant advantage. And look at this, Vills going down here for High Flyer. He's down to 56 Vills. High Flyer's in a lot of trouble, and his production buildings are camped, so he's got no way to get those units out. Cavalier on the way. The Knight's already with +4 armor. Scritch Shell just has to be patient. He needs to wait for Paladin. I think that is Noob for Life's only chance in this game, because they are now down 30 Vills. And, yeah, High Flyer, his production is melting. He's lost access to that forward gold. Oh, don't jump with Cavalier. I don't think Cavalier's going to cut it here. He jumps with Cavalier. Yeah, I kind of think you got to wait for Paladin there. Especially since the other team wasn't really pressing the action. They were just sitting on production buildings. He will get the clean. Yeah, the Ethiopian archers not going down easily, though. But Cryptic Sai now all over the place inside of High Flyer space. High Flyer down to 50 Vils. And basically identical Vil numbers for our two Cav players. Alright, Skritchel going for some ambitious stone walls here. I don't think he's going to get these up in time, though. He's got an Arbalist army knocking at the door. Although they are actually pulling back. And yeah, things are starting to stabilize here a little bit, but this is the big, I think, story of the game right now. High Flyer only at 50 Vils. His Archer counterpart at 100. That's a really significant advantage. Alright, Skritchel trying to get in on Cryptic Sai here, but Cryptic Sai with really nice production. And remember, he's got +5 attack with those relics. Alright, Bengute going. Yeah, he wants to go into Siege Ram. Turning into a good fight for Skritchel, though. He is cleaning here. Alright, a lot of action all over the place. Ooh, here comes the Arbalist, though. Ethiopian Arbalist. Yeah, Cryptic Sai needed that. He was starting to face a bit of pressure, and yeah, Noobs for Life gonna have to pull back here. Man, this is a great game. What a great game. Yeah, these teams very, very evenly matched up. And it's really, I mean, Plateau's got a significant lead at the moment. And it's all come down to just those two engagements. That fight in Castle Age, which looked really even when the two teams were taking it. I thought it was anyone's to win, and Team Plateau came out pretty decisively ahead. And then that other fight right here in Imperial Age, which once again, I thought, yeah, Noobs for Life might win this fight. All right. Skritchel trying to get a castle up with one villager. And, yeah, already has a capped ram hitting this castle. Alright, yeah, and looks like they're preparing for an attack on High Flyer. Some incredible walls, and these are fortified walls here from Skritchel. Another one-vil castle. So he wants efficiency in his castle production, but he's in danger of losing this if he doesn't notice it. Obviously, his attention is directed up here, and here comes Cryptic Sai with the light cav raids. Alright, Cryptic Sai and Skritchel have both basically maxed out on their Vil production. And here comes Paladin, a minute and a half. And that is a lot. That is going to be a lot of Paladin. 50 Cavalier on the field right now. Skritchel's going to wait for that, and then I think they're going to try to jump on this. But High Flyer, his eco is in a lot of danger here from these raids. Still only sitting at 50 Vils. 63 Vils, pardon. Alright, and meanwhile down here... Yeah, Skritchel thinking about raiding as well, but excellent castle placement here, both for the Franks player and for the Ethiopians player. Paladin 20 seconds away. We're going to have a good engagement here, I think. Alright, the Ethiopian archers pushing forward. 4 seconds for Paladin. Paladin is in. Alright, what do they do here? Are they going for a pinch? What is the plan? Alright, sending off a few Paladin, I think, to clean the light cav. Maybe to raid. And yeah, actually kind of surprised they're not going to try to take the fight. You think, yeah, you don't want to let your opponent get to Paladin. 2.5 minutes for Cryptic Sai to get to Paladin. And yeah, I think once Paladin is in for him, I really, really like Plateau's position. This seems like the opportunity for Noobs for Life. Alright, trade is starting to get established, but a worry is this flank is still really exposed to those raids. Yeah, I think... All right, the Paladin are... No! Are they going to jump? Yeah, he's giving Cryptic Sai a chance here. Delete the walls, delete the walls. Yeah, you got to jump here. All right, big HP advantage here for Noobs for Life. Replay lagging out so many units. These archers, though, are managing not to take any damage right now. And so the Ethiopians are getting incredible value once again. I mean, I thought this was going to be complete domination, but Plateau holding their own. Paladin almost here for Cryptic. Yeah, we're looking at only 19 Paladin left for Skritshell. And these Ethiopians doing so much work. Yeah, I mean, we're almost at even HP numbers now. There was a massive advantage for Noobs for Life. It's the third time we've seen it. A fight that looked like Noobs for Life to win. And yeah, it looks like they're actually going to come out on the losing end of the fight. All right, now a military advantage for Plateau. Villager advantage for Plateau. All right, there are some raids in here. A couple Paladin, but look at the amount of castles for Bengute. 4 castles. Here's a 5th, trying to protect that trade. Ooh, got a Treb out here for High Flyer. So much action, hard to know where to look. I do think Cryptic Sai is going to lose that castle. And ooh, nice engagement for High Flyer. Managed to clean a lot of arbs when Bengute split his army up there. Yeah, and this game is not over by any means. A lot's going to come down to how well these two teams preserve their gold units until trade is up. What are we looking at for trade cart numbers right now? 5 here for Skritshell, none for High Flyer. And on the other side, we got 4 and 7, so a slight trade advantage at the moment for Plateau. All right, the Halb edition on the field for Bengute as well. And yeah, the Mayans have access to this hill. They're controlling that gold. That castle somehow managed to survive. And yeah, High Flyer is actually going to add in Elite Skirmisher. Makes sense, your Mayans, you got the extra projectile. And yeah, they're having trouble of their own. They pause briefly. And yeah, these Paladins should be able to clean this. We got some Halb acting as a bit of a meat shield. Alright, here comes the light cap for Skritshell. That's the one thing that really stinks about Frank's late game. You don't have access to Hussar. Whereas Cryptic Sai, yeah, he's got Winged Hussar on the way. That is going to be a really nice addition to this army composition. Alright, the Mayans player, he's lost the hill, and once again, HP bonus flipping over to Plateau's side. They've got 30 more military on the field. And yeah, what do we have going on elsewhere? Looks like the raids in the trade line have stopped. And this should be, yeah, pretty even numbers still. Yeah, gold price. Stone to gold price still pretty good. Alright, High Flyer's going to try to get a castle there. I don't think he's going to be able to get that up. The Winged Hussar is starting to flood in now. And yeah, late game, just really like having access to Winged Hussar. Doesn't have the Eco High Flyer to think about an Eagle transition. I mean, that's something else that could maybe break this deadlock. And yeah, Plateau, they are starting to gain some ground here. High Flyer still really struggling with the villager count. He's kept up great production, though. Yeah, the Ethiopians, they will win that fight. All right, things now starting to look pretty bad for Noobs for Life. They're down about 60 vills. They are down 80 military. They call it. The GG is called. Hey, that's a pretty damn good first game for the tournament. Extremely high level Arabia matchup there. Yeah, brilliantly played. Real quickly, just take a look at this map here. What was the trade line looking like? Yeah, trade was starting to cook here for Plateau, and that trade line is very safe. Yeah, you can see how Mengute drops these castles along the trade line. And they probably would have even thought about getting another one up here, maybe even over here. But, yeah, it was also stonewalled, at least up to here. But, yeah, it was just High Flyer took that damage, right? They made a gamble, went for the fast imp play. They did get to imp first, got into Cryptic Size base. But Bengute, I mean, it probably saved the game for them that he went to imp pretty quickly himself. If, you know, he had been in this engagement with just Expo, they get shredded. They get shredded. And then it probably snowballs from there. So, that was a very clutch decision on Bengute's part. All right, let's look at the stats here real quickly. All right, military count at Bengute. Like I said, Ethiopians, that fire rate. It was possibly the difference in a number of those different engagements, but a 1.68 ratio, that's pretty wild. Yeah, in comparison to his archer counterpart. Cryptic Sai with a slightly better KD than his Cav counterpart there. Let's look at economy. Yeah, Skritchell, great food eco. Definitely had a better eco than his Cav counterpart, but relic gold, that's 3,000 free gold right there, plus 4 relics. Yeah, so we had all that extra attack. That was another thing that probably made a significant difference in that game, especially toward the later part of it. Yeah, here you see Bengute only about a minute behind High Flyer. Yeah, I think it was the right call on High Flyer's part, going for that fast in play. Just Bengute happened to make the right decision. Whether or not he knew his opponent was going to imp, I'm not sure. All right, and the APM for these players. Yeah, Noobs for Life, the faster clickers, but Team Plateau with the victory. All right, with that, we go to game 2. Islands. All right. So, yeah, so it's looking like Italians, Portuguese. Whoa. Got a light going down in here. Gonna be a little dark. Apologies. Okay, so yeah, like we predicted when we were taking a look at the Civ Draft, Italians, Portuguese here for Team Plateau. They're gonna leave the Vikings either for African clearing or out of the set entirely. And then over here, we've got Japanese and Malay. So let's see what Noobs for Life have up their sleeve. They're flaring all over the place. I assume telling each other where their docks are going to be located. So this is the home map for Noobs for Life, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just confirm that real quickly here. Yeah, Team Island. So they may have a strategy planned. Really hoping for a landing. Caster landings are always a good time, as opposed to a really long, drawn-out Islands match. And yeah, let's see if we get the front docks or back docks, if we get fires or galleys. Yeah, my guess is Cryptic and Bengute are going to play this one pretty standard. They're just going to go for a water play. Don't expect a landing on their part. They know they're going to have an advantage on water. I mean, of course, Malay, you can get up really, really fast. So you can press that advantage. But yeah, I still definitely, I think I prefer Portuguese-Italian combo here. All right, looks like it's going to be a forward dock here for our Malay player. And what about Mr. Skritshell here, our Japanese player? Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for a forward dock as well. Some pretty decent fish here. Yeah, dock right there. You have nice fish. And on the other side, looks like Portuguese is going to back dock. And are we going to get the same thing from our Italians player? No, he's going to go with a forward dock. Now, let's game this. Suppose Japanese and Malay. Suppose they go for a landing. You definitely cut off access to the gold there for Cryptic, but he does have this gold here pretty safe, and that stone pretty safe. You can't super easily starve him out with just one tower. Similar situation here for Bengute. He's got really safe stone and gold there. I mean, again, we're supposing a landing in the middle. Yeah, this is an interesting generation. 2 golds, 2 stone that are way behind this giant wood line, kind of tucked here. All right, no sign of a transport ship yet. So far, yeah, the build looks very standard, so nothing out of the ordinary. So all signs at the moment point towards standard water play for both teams. Yeah, Island's always a bit slow to get started. Not a whole lot to say. All right, our first age upper Cryptic Psi here on the way to feudal age. 24 pop. Got the 3 fish in the back dock. Let's see if he adds that second dock in. And our other players have clicked up as well. So Malay, they'll have a really fast slingshot up. Ooh, going 6 to gold here. But yeah, everything I'm seeing so far looks like standard water player. 6 on that lumber camp, 5 on that lumber camp. So yeah. See where the second dock goes up for High Flyer. Yep, there's the second dock for our Japanese player, second dock for our Portuguese player. And we're going to get a second dock from our Italians player. Not sure. All right. Portuguese, Cryptic Psi, he'll be the first up. Does he go into fires? Does he go into galleys? He back dock. It's got to be galleys, right? Yep, galleys it is. And we're going to have fires here from High Flyer. Dropping a second dock there. Ooh, and look at this. Bengute going right off the rip for 3 dock. All right, what does he go for? All right, we got fires from both players on Noobs for Life. And so far, no production at all for our Italians player. Yeah, going 3 dock. All right, there it is. First fire. So we got 1 player going galleys, 1 going fire for Plateau. We've got fires from both players on Noobs for Life. All right, so these guys are right across the channel from one another, both going fires. So a lot of this will probably come down to micro. Loom actually coming in for Team Plateau, so maybe worried about a landing. Yeah, if you notice, hasn't sent any fishing ships to really scout it out, so at the moment, I don't think, yeah, Bengute, not really sure what High Flyer's planning on. And yep, here's going to be our first naval engagement. Skritshell coming in with the fires. And Fletching just about in. Once Fletching is in, yeah, Cryptic's going to be able to take really good engagements here. Already has 4 galleys on the water. Fires matched up. Capture age, man. I don't know why. It doesn't like to show the flames. So we're just going to have to watch HP bars slowly diminish. Alright. Bengute working on the repairs here. And so far, pretty even numbers from these two players. Over here, yeah, Skritshell has got to be pretty worried now. That critical mass already just about there for Cryptic's Eye. Adding a 3rd dock of his own. So yeah, I'm really liking the galley play. And on this end, it looks like Bengute's starting to get an advantage. He's catching High Flyer with his units separated. And now he's going to have a 5-on-3 advantage. Ooh, and we got a galley transition here from High Flyer. Let's hope it's not too late, though. Alright, taking a look at the Eco Skritshell. Looks like he's interested in getting up quickly. Sitting on 400 food, but so too is Bengute and Cryptic. It's High Flyer who's got the really low food count. And yeah, Cryptic Size got good numbers now. These fires are just about useless. And over here, a massive fire-on-fire fight. Bengute with good numbers. Really good numbers. And High Flyer, yeah, not really sure where to go right now. Just trying to make a run for it. He's got a lot of really low HP fires in the mix. And yeah, I mean, it's hard to go against Portuguese and Italians in a conventional Navy-on-Navy fight. I thought we'd maybe see something out of the box here, but yep, it's going to be standard play, at least for now. But Skritshell here already flirting with Castle Age. If he hits Castle, though, where does he go from there? Alright, Demo's starting to get into the mix here. Only 2 galleys, though, so far for High Flyer. Is that right? Yep. 2 galleys, 6 in the queue, though. He's got a lot of resources put into those. Here comes a demo. Man, you could get a delicious demo shot in here. Oof. Yeah, takes a lot of HP there. Real nice demo shot. And I like this for High Flyer. He's got the fires acting as meat shields. He's got fletching. He's got to be careful, though, here, not to let those fires trap him. Yeah, not quite at that critical mass point yet. And yeah, look at this. Going for the pinch. Going for the pinch is Team Plateau, and they're going to get it. So yeah, now suddenly taking a massive military advantage. Castle Age on the way for Skritshell, but he's got no fires left anymore. And Plateau has clicked up himself. So High Flyer, yeah, he's going to have a hard time keeping these galleys alive. No, don't go that way. Yeah, he's in danger of getting pinched here. Reinforcements from Cryptic Size, going for the cutoff. High Flyer's in big trouble. All right. 26 Navy to 15. Yeah, Plateau. Pretty commanding position at the moment. And yeah, Bengute has clicked up as well. So Castle Age times are pretty comparable for the two teams. All right. High Flyer Doing a nice job paying attention there. He's having trouble getting these galleys out of the docks, though. These docks are just being camped by fires. Alright, Skritshell's up. So he's got to keep these fires alive so he can get that upgrade in. To go from fire galley to fire ship. That's a nice fight there. Alright, and what are we looking at for Vil count? It's pretty comparable. 84 for Noobs for Life to 80 for Plateau. That is a nice galley mass. 19 galleys in that group. Bodkin on the way. Doesn't have a war galley upgrade coming in quite yet, but still should be able to take a really commanding fight here. But look at this. Fires are going to be camping Cryptic's docks, so Cryptic's not going to be able to get any more reinforcements. Yeah, how does he react here? Alright, here comes the war galley upgrade. 25 galleys on the water. But yeah, losing reinforcements here, losing docks. So suddenly, Noobs for Life in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, I mean, the military number is almost identical, 30 to 35. And yeah, reinforcements just getting shredded here for Cryptic. With the, shredded by the invisible fire. And yeah, fortunate for Cryptic, he's able to get the galley, the war galley upgrade in before the docks go down. But suddenly he has 0 docks, so he's going to have to redock somewhere. But yeah, with this as a meat shield, and these guys laying down the crazy DPS, this should be a really good fight for Team Plateau. The problem is, yeah, Cryptic needs to get new docks down, and quickly, because now High Flyer has a chance to start building up a navy of his own. Alright, ballistics on the way. Yeah, Skritshell doing a nice job not throwing away that navy, though. Knows that's a fight he can't win. And yeah, he needs to run here. Cannot think about taking this fight. And look at this, Bengute doing a great job just staying on top of High Flyer. So High Flyer not having a chance to get a navy of his own out. And yeah, I'm liking, once again, yeah, liking Plateau's position. Cryptic Sai, he's going to get that castle down before he redocks. I actually think you get that, maybe get that castle a little further out. You get it almost right on that horn there. Slight eco advantage at the moment for Noobs for Life, but we got 2 TC from both the Plateau players. Still only 1 TC for Noobs for Life. Yeah, and just a very slow chase here. And really, really good navy production here for Skritshell. So, yeah, he's made the war galley switch himself. How's his production looking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 docks. And yet there comes the first dock for Cryptic Sai. So, what are we looking at for navy? Yeah, basically identical navy numbers, identical Vil numbers. So, echoes of game 1, where we just have a really, really balanced matchup. But the Civ thing, though, that's the difference between this and game 1 is, as this game drags on, oof, Italians, Portuguese, and you can always fall back on Vitorias as Portuguese. Oh no, and look at this, the trap. They work them all the way around the island to get the trap, and now Bengute, though, he's attacking the docks, not attacking the fires. Doesn't matter, the fires are clean. Suddenly a 10 ship advantage for Team Plateau. And yeah, Malay probably hoping to get to the harbors. He can shoot arrows, but Bengute is just staying on top of these things. And yeah, High Flyer looks like he is in a bit of trouble here. Probably going to lose these docks. But production for Skritshell continuing. He's got a really formidable navy in the middle of the map. Had been able to keep his fishing ships alive, and those are Japanese fishing ships, so they collect awfully fast. Plateau, though, 46 navy to 31. Again, identical villager numbers. Yeah, so now we're going to... No one's really flirting with Imp at this point. Food counts are still really, really low. Let's see if Skritshell can clean some of Bengute's navy here. Cryptic is going to come to reinforce this. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the difference. Skritshell is still stuck fighting 2v1 on water because High Flyer has just not been able to get back onto water. His docks have been so well harassed by Bengute. And yeah, I think Skritshell is going to have to run once again here. Bengute's got such a nice meat shield for Cryptic. Ooh, and I like this too. Cryptic camping the docks here. So Skritshell throwing away some reinforcements, I think, without realizing it. And yeah, he's going to lose this navy. He's splitting up. I think he's going to lose both these. This could be the game-winning fight here for Team Plateau. I don't know. Skritshell might win this fight, but he's lost a lot up here. And oh my goodness, Bengute. That is a lot of fires on the water. Yeah, Skritshell will survive here. But look at the navy numbers now. 28 to 52. Again, the later this goes, I think that Civ difference. If you can get to Yasuma Tower can be pretty deadly on the shoreline. Portuguese have Vitoria. And a nice surround here by Cryptic. Still a slight HP advantage for Skritshell. But you're just trying to keep the numbers down at this point if you're Team Plateau. Alright, this is about as even as it gets at the moment. And look at that, actually Cryptic taking an HP lead there. And poor High Flyer, he just can't get a dock up. All the docks are cleared. Every single one. This is the last dock he has remaining. Looking to redock back here, but that is going to take quite some time. And look at this, Bengute on the way to Imperial Age. Yeah. Alright. Skritshell, though, he's going to be clicking here himself. But, again, just like 2v1ing it on water. So, yeah. Now that Bengute's finished cleaning up High Flyer, he's going to come over here with his fires. With that meat shield, Plateau's going to shred this navy here. Yeah, down to 19 navy for Skritshell. He's going to have Imperial Age come in, but he's not going to have any ships to upgrade unless he runs with these. Yeah, and it is just continuing to... Game just slowly sliding in Plateau's favor. Skritshell coming in again. I'm not sure. I don't like this fight. Yeah, he's got to... I mean, he knows that he's got to wait for his tech, but he's not going to have docks left. That's the problem. He's trying desperately to keep these docks alive, but he's going to be forced to give them up because he doesn't have numbers. So he's going to have to redock himself. Yeah, this is really starting to snowball out of control now for Plateau over Noobs for Life. Imperial Age on the way for Cryptic Psy and on the way for High Flyer. But look at this freaking Navy, man. That is... Oof. Fast fires in. And yeah, now Skritchell's really got to run because he does not want to mess with those boys. And yeah, good production here for Bengute. Not a single dock. I guess the last dock left on the eastern side of the island. High Flyer is starting to get some pretty good production, so he'll be looking to get fast fire of his own. But yeah, he's not going to be able to 2v1 against this Navy here. Skritchell trying to redock. But yeah, this Navy is probably going to shift over there now. Alright, Galleon is in. So that's a nice upgrade to have. That's a lot of fast fires. Fast fire on the way for High Flyer. And any signs of a landing at this point? I don't think so. Oh my goodness. Yeah, waiting for Galleon is Cryptic. And then once those are Galleon, I think we're going to see him push in. And there it is. There's the landing, folks. We've got it. Italians going with the barracks, going with the condos. And those guys are going to start running amok, doing some serious work. Alright, Bengute trying to jump on Skritchell, but here comes High Flyer's Navy to protect. Alright, condo time, let's go. +2, +3 on these condos. They're good raiders, though. They move quickly. And, yeah, we've got about a 30-ville advantage right now for Team Plateau. It's a good castle for Skritchell. If he can get that up. If he can get that up. If he can get that up. He can maybe redock there. But Bengute adding in a castle. He wants to hold this position. And the condos are starting to stream out. There's the GG. Yeah, that one I think was definitely over at that point. Just, yeah. That was about as standard as it gets on islands. But I think just going straight into galleys was a big part of why Team Plateau won that. Cryptic Psy got to that critical mass and had fletching before he ever had to take an engagement against fires. You know, if Skritchell had been able to get on those docks a little bit sooner, maybe he could have prevented that, but it's hard. Yeah, and there's a reason that Cryptic Psy went with the back dock there. And then on this side, Bengute also won the sort of 1v1. Had better fire production, took better fights. There were a couple times that High Flyer's Navy got a bit separated. And then once they got that early advantage, they did a great job not losing it. I thought maybe Noobs for Life had a shot back into this game when they cleaned... when Skritchell cleaned all of Cryptic Psy's docks back here. But Cryptic Psy had such a mass at that point that he could survive for a while without any extra production. Then he got the castle up, got some more docks. And they also did a great job never, ever letting High Flyer get back into this game until it was too late. And it didn't really matter. So, yeah. Team Plateau, they take the set 2-0. So the first set won in this season. Take a quick look at the statistics here. Yeah, pretty dominant on water. 1.85 ratio, 1.2 for the two Plateau boys. All right, so this means Team Plateau, they will get a point. So in round 2, they will play another team that won in this first round. And Noobs for Life, they will not earn a point. So next week they will most likely play another team that lost this week. So next week's going to be very, very important for them. Losing the first 2 weeks in a row makes it very, very difficult to end up in the top 4. But I mean, a great team. They, I think, especially game 1, that was as even as could be for quite a long time. And in fact, I thought they were going to win a lot of those fights. So very easily could have won game 1. Game 2, I think, that Civ advantage was just pretty significant. And then who knows what would have happened on African clearing. So well played by both teams. And that's it for now. I will look forward to seeing you guys soon with some more 2v2 action.